me finish with this like analogy to prove this point. Back in my hometown, there was this Mexican restaurant that I used to really like. Very Americanized Mexican, not nearly as good as Mexican food out here in Arizona. But I used to go there as a kid because as a teenager because their food was really cheap, and as a teenager, I could go and get a meal for just a couple bucks. It was great, and so my buddies and I would go there. And what I started noticing was that I would go and get my normal meal. I usually got two enchiladas and a soda, and it was like $7 or something. It was great. And my buddies, though, would show up and just get chips and salsa because that was free, and maybe just water, or maybe they would get a soda and they'd spend $1. And so then they would just hang out there for however long and just keep eating chips and salsa and getting free refills on their $1 soda. Well, I stopped going to that restaurant with those friends, and I would choose other friends to go with because that wasn't okay. I don't think it's appropriate to go to an establishment, take up space, use their resources, eat for free, and then leave. That I didn't think that was okay. Even as a teenager, I was like, that's not appropriate. And so from then on, I would only go out to eat at that restaurant with my buddies who I knew we were all going to get a meal and actually hang out and eat a full entree. So this is what happens at universities. So that restaurant is just like many universities today. They do whatever they can to get you in the door. And maybe you only had to pay a fraction of what a full meal would cost, just like you only have to pay a fraction of what full tuition would cost. And then the people go, wow, look how crowded our restaurant is. We're really packed tonight. Without realizing that, yeah, only about a third of the people in here are actually buying meals. And so you're wasting money and electricity and air conditioning and chips and salsa and the server's time because they have to come around and refill your stuff and they got to make sure everything's okay. And you're spending a bunch of money to serve those people, and they're not actually kicking enough back. You're hoping that there's enough of us that pay full meals, just like those middle level students, to keep your business afloat. But then you get to go tout, and if you're the boss, you get to say, hey, I should get a bonus because look how full the restaurant is. It's like, yeah, it looks like it's full, but you're not actually getting the best clients. These aren't the best customers for the restaurant. You'd be better off as a restaurant only being half full and everyone in the booth ordering a full meal, maybe ordering a margarita, maybe staying around and ordering dessert because they love it so much, because you have the highest quality staff, the food is great, the atmosphere is nice and fun, and you want to stay there and spend your money because you know how quality it is. And then you leave and you go tell all your friends, hey, go to that restaurant. It's the best place in town. It's great. Go check it out. Instead, at universities, they get you in the door. They say, look how full we are. We're growing. And yet they're scrambling to keep the doors open, actually, even though they're full, because no one's paying full tuition, because those aren't the best customers for you. And so then what happens is they leave. And what's the best they can do? They go tell their friends, hey, you should go to that place because they give you free chips and salsa. Like, that's not the customers you want. You want customers who care about the restaurant for what you serve and are willing to pay for it and are willing to advertise for you.